Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine. This is Shikha ma'am, your English teacher. Now from today we are going to start an English course book New Broadway. We will start from chapter number 1. I will give you explanation in English. I will read the line of the chapter. If you are having the book, then keep your finger under the line of the chapter which I am reading and follow my instruction. Okay, I will give you the explanation in simple English so you will be able to understand. So let's start. Now the story name is The Shell Falls Apart. This is very interesting story and a little longer. So if you are feeling the video is getting longer, then half of the story you can listen in one time and half of the story you can listen in after some time. Okay, so I am reading the lines. If you are having book, keep your finger under the line. I am going to read slowly and give you the explanation of the chapter. This is an excerpt from the novel Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Now this is a story and the writer is Chinua Achebe, means Chinua Achebe wrote this story. It opens with a description of a typical evening scene in Okonko's Ibgo leader and wrestling champion compound. Now this is the story about Okno Cove. Okno Cove is the name of a person about whom this story is. So this is the story opens in his wrestling compound. Wrestling means fighting compound, means Okno Cove is a wrestler. The day's work is done and his wife Ekwefi is sharing songs and stories with the children. Now the day work is done. Now this is evening time and his wife, whose wife? Okenkoff's wife, and her name was Ekwefi. Okay, so Ekwefi was wife of Okokos and she was just telling stories and songs to the children. She narrates to her daughter Azinma a delightful legend of the tortoise and the birds. Now legend is called a story. Delightful means happy. Okay. So Oknokovs and Akwezi has a daughter and daughter's name was Azinma. Okay. So Akwefi is telling a story to her daughter Azinma. And whose story she was telling? Tortoise and bird. And we can only hope that such folk stories will be preserved and will not be forgotten as the Ipko village gradually become part of a new and different world. Now it is written, she was telling a story of tortoise and birds that used to be tell in very years ago, means when your father and mother and grandmother, they all are just very younger like you know, like you are going to school. When your father and mother were going to school, at that time the stories are used to tell this type of story. Akwezi is telling to her daughter Azinma. Okay, and now their village is changing. Now how the village is changing? Because so many new things are coming in the village. All the work is done by the computer. Everybody is having mobile. So many machines are there at home, like fridge, TV, oven. Okay, so many things are there. So now the village is changing. So the writer Chinua Achebe is saying that this story is different, very much different from the village. Now we start the story. The night was impenetrably dark. Now impenetrably dark means too much dark. Very dark means night was very much dark. Nobody can see anything. The moon had been rising later, means moon is come in the sky very late, and every night until now it was seen only at dawn. And when the moon comes and when the day comes, between of this time it is very much dark, means from the evening till the late night It is so dark that nobody can see anything. When the morning comes, only then there will be a little light. And whenever the moon rose at cock crow, the nights were as black as charcoal. Now cock crow is called a daybreak, means a new day comes. The night finish and the morning comes. So when one night finishes and another morning day comes, so this part is called cock crow. So when it is going to be next morning, only then one can see, otherwise this is very much dark as charcoal. Now charcoal is very much dark, okay, charcoal is very black in color. And what is charcoal? We make road, you have seen na, roads all are black color. So roads, all the roads are made of charcoal. So you have seen, so black the roads are. So that's why writer is saying the night is so dark, so black as charcoal is black. Azinma and her mother sat on a mat on the floor after their supper of yam fufu and bitter leaf soup. Now who were in the home? Azinma and her mother. What is the name of her mother? Aquifi. Okay, so Aquifi, the mother, and Azinma, the daughter, they both were sitting. And their supper is called dinner, the food of evening. Okay, and what is in the food? Yam fufu and bitter leaf soup. So this is the dishes of that area we are talking about, means the place they are living at the place. So these are the edible thing. Yam is a type of vegetable, and bitter leaf soup was there. Okay. A palm oil lamp gave out yellowish light. Now there was so dark. So what is there for the light? A lamp. You can see in the picture there is a lamp. There is a lamp capped. So this is a oil lamp. You have to put oil in this lamp and then you have to light with the matchbox. Then yellowish light will come. Without it, it would have been impossible to eat. If there is no light, if there is no lamp, then nobody can see and eat anything. Why? Because you cannot see anything. Because I told you the night was so black. So the lamp is very much required, very much necessary. One could not have known where his one's mouth was in the darkness of that night. If there will be no lamp and you are eating food, that you cannot think where the food is going, means you cannot find your mouth. You can take the chapati or whatever you are eating and that can go in your nose, in your ear. Okay, so the lamp was very much needed, okay, to see. There was an oil lamp in all the 4 huts of Oknuko's compound. Now in Oknuko's compound, Oknukos was a fighter, a wrestler who do fighting, okay, who does very much of fighting and a type of wrestling champion. He was a wrestling champion, a fighter, a fighting champion was there. Okay, so in his compound there were 4 huts. How many huts? 4 huts. Huts means home. Okay, 4 homes were there, and in all the homes there were a lamp. Okay, there was a oil lamp, means each and every hut has a oil lamp. Then and each hut seen from the others looked like a soft eye of yellow half light set in the solid massiveness of night. Now massiveness is called very big, means the night is very big, so much dark, and in all the huts only one oil lamp was there. So very thin yellow color light was coming from all the huts. Now the word was silent except for the shrill cry of insect. Shrill means high, cry means sound, insect means so many small insect at night, like mosquitoes, cricket, dragonfly, these all comes at night. So nobody was speaking at that dark night, but only insect were making so much high sound, which was a part of the night, means insect only comes at night. And the sound of wooden mortar and pestle as Nwakei pounded her fufu. Now there is another character, Nokei. Nokei is other woman living in other house. Okay. So she was making the food with the wooden mortar and pestle. Now wooden mortar and pestle, what is that? Mortar is a type of bowl and pestle is a type of stick. And you have to put something inside the mortar, then you have to hit heavily. Pounded is called, you have to hit very hard. Then what will be happen? Whatever you have kept in the mortar, that will become a powder. Okay, so we can say, and that mortar and pestle is made of wood. Okay, so we can say to make powder or chutney for the food, we use mortar and pestle. So Nokei was making her fufu. Fufu is a name of dish. Nokei lived 4 compounds away. Nokei's home was 4 homes later than the Aquifi home, and she was notorious for her late cooking. Now notorious means known for, means everybody known her that Nokoi always cook the food very late. When it's become too night, too dark, only then she comes and cook her food. So she was known for her late cooking. Every woman in the neighborhood knew the sound of Nyokoi's mortar and pestle. Now neighborhood means the person who are living near your home. Like you are having home, so many other homes are there in near your house. So they all are saying neighborhood. Okay. So in all the neighborhood means Nyokoi's neighbors, all the houses were there, and everybody knows that this is Nyokoi's. This is the sound of Nyokoi's mortar and pestle. Means now Nyokoi is cooking food, and she is making powder with mortar and pestle. It was also part of that night. Means who comes at night? Only insect comes at night. You can listen to the sound of insect, and you can listen to the sound of mortar and pestle used by Nyokoi. Now Okonkov had eaten and was now reclining with his back against the wall. Okay. Now Oknovo is the man, okay, a wrestler. Now he had eaten the food and he was reclining. Reclining is called, he was taking the support. Means now he was taking rest. He was taking the support of the wall and taking resting. Then low voices, broken now and again by singing, reached Oknokovs from the huts as women and children told folk stories. Now this is the night time, everybody completed and had their dinner, everybody eaten the food. Now this is story time. So now Oknokov can listen different sound that are coming from different home. Means all the women and all the children were singing song and telling stories. Aquifi and her daughter Azinma sat on a mat on the floor. Now Oknokov's wife Aquifi and their daughter Azinma, they were sitting on a mat on the floor. It was Aquifi's turn to tell a story. Now whose turn is there to tell a story? Aquifi's turn. Once upon a time, she began, all the birds were invited to a feast in the sky. Now see, I am telling you a story and there is a character Aquifi, and in this story, Aquifi again is telling a story to her daughter. Okay, and how she was starting the story means there was birds, so many birds were there and they all invited a feast. Feast is called a type of, you can say, refreshment or celebration function, when you go in the celebration and you eat so many delicious tasty things. Okay, so all the birds are giving a type of feast in the sky. They were very happy and began to prepare themselves for the great day. Now all the birds became very happy. They all were very happy because they are going on a function. When we go in any function or party, then we became so happy now. Like that, all the birds were so happy that now they are going to attend a feast, a celebration. They painted their bodies with red camwood and drew beautiful patterns on them with uli. Now all the birds, they painted their body with the red camwood. Now there is a type of powder, sandalwood powder. Okay, wood powder is there, means wood is called a tree. A type of tree is there, and from the bark of that tree we make the powder, and that is very much you can see fragrant powder. As you can see, as you can smell the fragrance of deodorant and perfume, same as the red camwood has a very good fragrance. Okay, so all the good fragrance, when we go in the party, we put on new dresses and we put perfume all over the body. Just like that, all the birds were taking the red camwood and they painted all their body, and after that they were making new patterns with the uli, like we put mehendi and we put tattoo, same like that, and they all were making different patterns with uli. Okay, Tortoise saw all these preparations and soon discovered what it all meant. Now there is, in the story there were birds, and with the birds, who were else there? Tortoise. A tortoise was there and he was seeing all the preparation. Preparation is called how they are getting ready and what are the food items there. Okay, and discover is called to search, to find out. Okay, and then tortoise know, okay, the big function is going on, birds are giving a very good big feast. Okay, so he searched all this and he understood, okay, they all are going to a party. Nothing that happened in the world of the animals ever escaped his notice. Means if you are doing anything, then that cannot be hid. Means nobody, all the animals who are living near you, they must know. Means they will be know, if you are giving a party, then all other animals who are living with you, living near you, they all know. So you cannot do anything without any notice. He was full of cunning. Cunning is called bad person. So how the tortoise was? Tortoise was not a good man, good tortoise. Tortoise was a bad tortoise. As soon as he heard of the great feast in the sky, his throat began to itch at the very throat. Now as he listened that birds are going to give a very big feast, very big celebration day is going on, so his throat is called neck. So itch is called when you are feeling itching something and you itch now your body, like with your fingers, like that. Means he started itching his throat, means he was feeling hungry. There was a famine in those days, and tortoise had not eaten a good meal for 2 moons. Now famine is called when there is no rain for so many days, every tree becomes dry, all the crops become dry, and no fresh flower is there. You cannot find the water in the river, in the well, in the pond. Means there were everywhere all the things, and all everywhere all the water bodies became dry, no water and no fresh trees. Okay, so before some time there was this type of condition, famine came, so tortoise got nothing to eat. Means if there will be famine, if there will be, all the trees will dry, all the crops will dry, there will be no water, then how the animal can eat, and what they will eat? Because many of the animals eat grass and trees, but during famine everything became dry, so tortoise also not eaten. So a good meal is called good food. Tortoise have not eaten good food for 2 moons. Now 2 moons means near about 54 days or 2 months, about 2 months. Okay, so for so many days tortoise had not eaten anything. His body rattled like a piece of dry stick in his empty shell. Now tortoise is having a shell on his body, you have seen. Okay, so his body was rattled. Now rattled is a type of sound. Okay, means like his body became very dry, very like a stick, his body became, and when he walk, when he move, there create a sound, because there was no food in his stomach, he was very hungry, so his body makes sound when he walks. So he began to plan. Now he would go to the sky. Now when he heard about that birds are giving a party, now he was making his mind that I will also go to the party. But he had no wings, said Azinma. Now who was telling a story? Aquifi was telling a story, and her daughter was asking, now how he will go? He is not having wings. Birds are having wings. And where is the party? The party in the sky. Then how the tortoise will go in the sky? Be patient, replied her mother. That is a story. Now her mother was saying, okay, wait, have patience, okay? This is just a story. Tortoise had no wings, but he went to the birds and asked to be allowed to go with them. Now tortoise went to the birds and tell, birds, I also want to come to your party. Please take me in your party with you. We know you too well, said the birds when they had heard him. Now all the birds were saying, I know. We all know how you are. You are not a good tortoise. You are very bad tortoise. You are full of cunning and you are ungrateful. Now birds are saying you are cunning, means you are bad, and you are ungrateful. Ungrateful means if anybody do good with you, then you never do good with that person. You always become bad to the bad person and to the good person also. If we allow you to come with us, you will soon begin to your mischief. Mischief is called when you are making so many different things. Now when you are showing bad behavior and your parents scold you, that is called, means bad behavior is called mischief. So birds were saying, if we take you with us with us in a party na, then you are again going to show your bad behavior. You do not know me, said tortoise. Now tortoise was saying, you do not know me. I am a changed man. Now I have become a changed person, changed tortoise. I have learned that a man who makes trouble for others is also making it for himself. Now tortoise was saying, I know it now, I very well know it, because if I am creating trouble, if I am creating problem for anyone, I can also face that same problem, means that same problem can also come to me. Tortoise had a sweet tongue, and within a short time all the birds agreed that he was a changed man. Now sweet tongue means he was speaking very sweet. He was not sweet, he was lying. He was showing this thing in lie. He was not exactly sweet, but he was speaking very sweet. And within a short time, after some time, all the bird agreed, okay, now tortoise became changed. Now tortoise is not bad, tortoise is a very good tortoise. And they each gave him a feather with which he made two wings. Now tortoise had no wings, but all the birds, they just pluck out one feather from his body and stick one feather to the body of tortoise to make two wings, because birds can fly with the help of wings and tortoise have not wings. Okay, tortoise has no wings. So all the birds make the two wings of tortoise by giving one feather, means there were so many birds and every bird gave every word gave is one wing, and that one wing is sticked in the body of tortoise, and then tortoise now is having two wings. Now he can fly. At last the great day come, and tortoise was the first to arrive at the meeting place. Now the birthday party, the party day has come, and tortoise came very early. When all the birds had gathered together, they set off in a body. Now all the birds has come and they start flying with together, means they were flying in a group. Tortoise was very happy and voluble as he flew among the birds. Now tortoise was very happy, I am going to a party, now I will eat delicious food, and he was flying in the birds, among the birds, means he was in the center of the bird. And voluble is called very loud, means he was very loud, very happy with that he was going in a party. And he was soon chosen as the man to speak for the party because he was a great orator. Now everybody chose, choose is called select. Everybody select that who is going to speak in the party. Like when we start in a party, then there is a man who speak on the mic that now this boy is coming and he is presenting this, now this girl will come and he is presenting this. So whoever the man who speaks in the party, who organize the party, okay, so that man is called orator. What is the meaning of orator? Orator is a person who can speak very well in the party, who can address to all the guests in the party. So all the birds decided that tortoise is going to be an orator of the party. There is one important thing which we must not forget, he said as they flew on their way. Now, tortoise is saying there is one thing, one very important thing, and nobody should forget that thing. Then tortoise was saying on the way, means he was flying and he was talking to the birds. When people are invited to a great feast like this, they take new names for the occasion. Now, tortoise was saying to the bird, whenever any new animal is invited to the party, or all the animals, all the birds who are attending the party, they have to take their new name. Means if you are having the name of tortoise and bird, okay, then you have to change your name for the party, okay, for the occasion. Occasion is called celebration. So for the celebration you have to change the name. Our host in the sky will expect us to honor this age-old custom. Now host is called who are hosting the party, and who were hosting the party? Birds. Okay, host is the person at whose home the party is going on. Like if you are going to a friend's birthday to the party, so the friend's parents are going to be said host. The friend's parents will be host and you will be guest. Okay, so tortoise was saying in the sky who were hosting the party, this is a type of old custom for them. Custom is called rule. You have so many rules in your school and your home also na, that you have to follow. Like we have to go for assembly, then after this class, then at lunch time, then in a line we have to go when the school finishes. So these all are rules and we follow that. So the same custom is also called rule. So tortoise was saying if anybody is giving the party, they have to change their name, and this is according to the very old rule. None of the birds had heard of this custom, but they knew that the tortoise was a widely travelled man who knew the customs of different people. Now when the tortoise was saying this, birds were saying there is not a type of rule, means nobody heard a type of rule this, but they think tortoise had gone so many places. We are living here, but tortoise go at so many places, so there would have been so many rules, and tortoise is very intelligent tortoise, so we have to listen to him. So everybody agreed. And so they each took a new name. When they had all taken, tortoise also took one. So according to the rule, everybody put a new name. Everybody changed their old name and put a new name. And tortoise also take a new name. He was to be called all of you. Now what the name is taken by tortoise? New name, all of you. Okay, so this was the name, new name for the tortoise. At last the party arrived in the sky, and their hosts were very happy to see them. Now at last, now is the party time. Party started and everybody was very happy. Tortoise stood up in his many colored plumage and thanked them for their invitation. Now plumage is called different color feather. So many feathers were given by each bird. Now every bird gave one feather to tortoise. So tortoise was looking so colorful in different color feather, because all the birds are of different color. Some birds are of blue color, red color, brown color, black color. So all color feathers were there on tortoise body. So tortoise was looking very careful, and he thanks to each and every bird for inviting him to the party. His speech was so eloquent. Now tortoise started speaking. Tortoise started the party, and when he was speaking, that was so eloquent. Eloquent is called very decent, very simple. Okay, very sweet voice he was speaking. that all the birds were glad they had brought him. Now, glad means happy. Every bird, each and every bird was feeling very happy that tortoise was speaking so sweet, and nodded their heads in approval all he said. Now, nodded is called move his hat, okay, and approval is called when you are agree to listen to someone, like when your mother or when your teacher say do this thing, do not do this thing, then you said na okay ma'am, okay mama, and you nod your head, yes ma'am, like that, okay. So each and every bird was nodding their head, whatever the tortoise was saying, every word was saying okay tortoise, like this. Their host took him as the king of the birds, especially as he looked somewhat different from the others. Now, tortoise was different from all the birds. All the birds were looking same, only tortoise was different. So, everybody make him their king. After kola nuts had been presented and eaten, the people of the sky set before their guest the most delectable dishes. Now, kola nuts is called a type of dry fruits, okay? As we eat almond, raisin, cashew nut, different type of dry fruits we eat. So, in the party, there were kola nuts. So, everybody eaten the kola nuts, and then there were so many delectable dishes. Delectable is called very tasty dishes. Very tasty dishes in the party were there for the all the guests and or host. Tortoise had ever seen or demanded of. Now, tortoise had never seen so delicious dishes and so tasty dishes before. The soup was brought out hot from the fire and in the very pot in which it had been cooked. Now, what has come? Which type of dishes were there? Hot soup was there. Means now hot soup means the soup was cooked just now, and hot soup from the fire is brought for everyone. It was full of meat and fish. Now, what is inside the soup? There was meat, chicken meat. Okay, meat is called a non-vegetarian dish is called. So meat was there, fishes was there in the soup, non-vegetarian soup was that. Okay, tortoise began to sniff aloud. Sniff is called smell, means so good smell was coming from all the dishes, and tortoise smell that soup very loudly. There was pounded yam and yam pottage. Now, there was pounded is called heavily. This word has come earlier also. So, that is called hit it heavily. Means that was pounded yam. Yam is a type of vegetable. Okay, yam pottage is a type of vegetable and a type of pieces of vegetable. So in that soup, yam pottage and yam vegetable were also there, and that was mixed properly, cooked with the palm oil and the fresh fish. And what else was there? Palm oil was there. Palm is a leaf, big tree. Palm is a very big tree, and leaves are very big, and oil comes from those leaves. Like we have coconut oil, groundnut oil. Okay, same as we are having palm oil. So palm oil was there, yam vegetable was there, and fishes were there. There were also pots of palm wine. Now from the palm we make oil and we make wine also. Wine is a type of drink, okay, that we drink. So there was a palm wine, a drink for everyone. When everything had been set before the guest, one of the people of the sky came forward and tasted a little from each pot. Now all the dishes has been cooked now, and each and every dishes was put on the table. And one person came and he was trying all the dishes. Means one of the bird has come and he was trying, yes, this is very tasty, what is there, what should be put there now. Okay, so he was tasting each and every dishes. He then invited the birds to eat, and that person, after tasting all the dishes, then he told the birds that all the birds please come and eat. But Tortoise jumped to his feet and asked, "For whom have you prepared this feast?" Now, after listening this, Tortoise jumped and come to that person and tell, "For whom you have made all these dishes?" Means, who will eat all these tasty dishes? "For all of you," replied the man. Now, man was saying, "We all are going to eat. You will eat, all the birds will eat, I will eat." Means everybody will eat these dishes. Tortoise turned to the birds and said, "You remember that my name is all of you. The custom here is to serve the spokesman first and the others later." Now you remember, Tortoise said everybody has to keep one new name, and Tortoise, what was the Tortoise name? All of you. So when the man said these all dishes, these all tasty dishes is for all of you, means man was saying means everybody will eat, but Tortoise was saying no, these all dishes are for all of you. And who is all of you? Tortoise name was all of you. Okay, so the custom, the according to the rule, whoever the guest, the means the person who has taken the name all of you, and I am all of you, so I will eat all the dishes first and you all will eat later. They will serve you when I have eaten. Now Tortoise was saying, I am all of you, I will eat all the dishes first, and after that when I finish the dishes, then they will serve you. He began to eat and the birds grumbled angrily. Now grumbled angrily is called, they were feeling very angry, and they all were just speaking in an anger way. So birds, all obviously, if the party is for everyone and only Tortoise was eating, then everybody will become angry. The people of the sky thought it must be their custom to leave all the food for their king. Now there were so many people, other people also there in the sky, like besides birds, so many big birds were also there. They all were seeing what is happening, means only the party was going on and only Tortoise was eating, and not anybody else were eating. Everybody was sitting and just looking at the Tortoise. So they were all thinking, maybe this may be a rule that in the celebration only one person, the guest, whoever is the king of those birds, only that king will eat and nobody else will eat. And so Tortoise ate the beast part of the food and then drank 2 pots of the palm wine. Now Tortoise ate too much, a lot of food, means near about very amount, means the all the food, near about all the food he has eaten, and he then drink 2 pots, two big pots of palm wine he has drunk, so that he was full of food and drink and his body filled out in a shell. Now when he ate so many things and when he drank so much of the palm wine, then his body became swollen, his body became very big, and now it can be fitted in the shell. The birds gathered round to eat what was left and to peck at the bones he had thrown all about the floor. Now almost all the food has been eaten by Tortoise. Now you can see, means birds are very small animal. Okay, so how much they will eat? So there was not very much food in the party. The food was according to the bird, means they will eat, if all the birds will come and they eat, then they can eat all the foods, like 2 men or 4 men can eat. Okay, and Tortoise was a big animal than bird, so Tortoise almost ate all the food. Only a little food was left in the pot, and whatever the food was thrown by Tortoise on the floor, all the birds were eating that food, and whatever the food is left in the pot, means birds were very sad because Tortoise has finished all the food. Some of them were too angry to eat, means each and every bird was very angry because Tortoise has finished all their food. Now, they chose to fly home on an empty stomach. Now, all the birds remain hungry because there was no food. Tortoise had eaten all food. So, all the birds went to their home empty, means there was nothing in their stomach. But before they left, each took back the feather he had lent to Tortoise. Now before going, now see, you can see in the picture, there are 2 wings of the tortoise, that all the birds gave one feather to Tortoise. Now when they were going, then all the birds say, Tortoise, give my feather back, give my feather back. And each and every bird has taken all the feathers back from the Tortoise. Now Tortoise having no wings. And there he stood in his hard shell shell full of food and wine, but without any wings to fly home. Now what is left? Now tortoise has eaten so much that he became so fatty that he cannot move. He was sitting at one place and he cannot move, he cannot walk. Why? Because he had too much, he had all the food and there were no wings, because all the birds has taken their feathers back, so there no wings were there, so that means tortoise cannot fly. Now he asked the birds to take a message for his wife, but they all refused. Now tortoise was saying, now how can I go down? Please give a message to my wife at my home. But all the birds say, no, I will not give your message. Why? Because all the birds were very angry with the tortoise, because tortoise eaten all the food. No food was left for the birds. So birds were very angry. So they said, no, I will not take any type of message to your home. In the end, Parrot, who had felt angrier than the others, suddenly changed his mind and agreed to take the message. Now in the birds there was a parrot, and Parrot was also angry, but suddenly he told, okay, tortoise, tell me what is your message. I will send your message to your wife. Tell my wife, said tortoise, to bring out all the soft things in my house and cover the compound with them, so that I can jump down from the sky without very great danger. Now what is the message of tortoise for his wife? Tortoise said, yeah, Parrot, you go to my wife and tell my wife that bring all the soft things like soft pillow, soft cotton, soft feather, whatever soft is there in the home. Just take out all the soft things out of the home and place in the compound. Compound is called the entry area, means near the door. Okay, place all the things and I will jump from the sky and then fall down on this soft thing, so I will not get hurt. Okay, see, like if means now tortoise is having no wings, how he will go back to his home? So he was saying, when all the soft things will be placed near the door, I will jump from the sky and fall down on that soft things. Now Parrot promised to deliver the message and then flew away. Now Parrot said, okay, I will give your message to your wife, and then Parrot flew away. But when he reached Tortoise's house, he told his wife to bring out all the hard things in the house. Now when he reached to his wife, to his home, and he said, Tortoise said to bring out all the hard things, means Parrot was angry, all the birds were angry, and he wanted to take a revenge from the tortoise. Okay, so in the angry way, Parrot said, tortoise has said to bring out all the hard things from your house and keep it outside. And so she brought out her husband's hose. Now a tortoise wife has went inside the home, and what she brought? Her husband's hose, means tortoise was having a hose. What is hoe? Hoe is a type of garden tool with a long handle and a blade. Okay, means blade is very sharp. Okay, so this hard thing. Then matchstick. Now matchstick is called a large knife with a wide blade used for the cutting of the trees. Means when you have to cut the trees like scissor we have, so that is called matches. Okay, so matches was there, that is also very sharp. Spear was there. Spear is called, that is also very sharp and pointed thing made of metal. Okay, guns, so many guns were there. She also brought guns, and even his cannon. Now cannon is a large heavy gun used for the cannonballs. You have seen in the fighting we use cannonballs, soldiers use cannon. Okay, so the type of cannon, means tortoise wife bring all the hard and sharp things out of the house. Tortoise looked down from the sky and saw his wife bringing things out, but it was too far to see what they were. Means now tortoise was up in the sky very much high, and he can see his wife was bringing so many things out of the house and putting the things near the door, but it was so far that he cannot see. He was not able to see what his wife was bringing out. When all seemed ready, he let himself go. Now, after some time, tortoise think, now my wife has taken out all the soft things out. Now I can go down. I can jump down. But what his wife has taken out, all the hard and sharp thing. And the tortoise was thinking, my wife has taken out soft thing. So what happened now? He fell and fell until he began to fear that he would never stop falling. Now sky is very far. Now tortoise take a jump. Okay, when he jumped from the sky, he keep on falling, and then he was also fearing a lot. Means he was going with so speed down that he was also very afraid. And then, like the sound of his cannon, he crashed on the compound, and all the hard things was there. Okay, and tortoise jumped from high sky, so when he fell down all the floor, he crushed means he break out in the compound. Did he die? Asked Azinma. Now Azinma, the daughter of Aquifini, he was asking, Mama, did he die? Did tortoise die when he fell down? No, replied Aquifi. His shell broke into pieces. Now, when Azima asked, Mama, did tortoise die? Then Aquifi said, no, but his shell broken into pieces. Means his shell will be all broken. But there was a great medicine man in the neighborhood. Now, but there was a doctor in the neighborhood. Means near the home of tortoise, there was a doctor. Tortoise's wife sent for him and gathered all the bits of shell and stuck them together. Now all the pieces of the shell which were broken of the tortoise, his wife collected all the shell pieces and taken to the doctor, and doctor stick all the shell pieces together. That is why tortoise shell is not smooth. So whenever you can see the tortoise shell is not very smooth. That is very hard because that was once broken. There is no song in the story, as Inma pointed out. Now Aquifi said, now story finished. Then Azilma asked, but there was no song, Mama. No, said Aquifi. Aquifi said, no, there was not a song. I shall think of another one with a song, but it is your turn now. Now Aquifi was saying, now my story finished, my turn finished. Now this is your turn. Now you tell me a story, and in that story there must be a song. So this is the story of birds and tortoise. I hope you all must understood. Then I told you I will just guide you that you listen to my explanation of this story again until you understand the story. Okay, when you yourself explain the story, then you are going to understand well. Now, this story is written by Chinua Achebe. What is the name of the writer? Chinua Achebe. You can see the picture of Chinua Achebe. See, this is Chinua Achebe. Now, he is a person who was born on 16th November 1930 and he died on 21st March 2013. And he was a Nigerian novelist, poet, professor and critic. Means he write novel, he was a teacher also, and he write poem also. His first novel, Things Fall Apart, often considered his best. Now one novel he has wrote, and what is the novel name? Things Fall Apart. Okay, then that is considered, that was the best novel, is the most widely read book in the modern African literature. Means many people like this novel of Chinua Achebe. Then the story's main theme concerned pre and post colonial life in the late 19th century Nigeria. Means the story was related, means old stories were also there and new stories were also there. It is the archetypal modern African novel in English. Now archetypal is called different type of symbol, different type of sign. So different type of symbols and signs was also there in the novel. One of the first to receive global critical acclaim. It is read and studied in the English-speaking countries around the world. Means Chinua Achebe wrote the novel and he also got prize for that. And in all the schools, in different schools, the novels is going to be studied. So this was the story. So that's it for now. We will meet again.